Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you resell on eBay, Poshmark, or any of the other selling platforms, we're here to help. We've researched and calculated the percent sell-through rate for over 400 brands of men's clothing selling on eBay. This info will give you an idea of how fast these brands sell overall in every category, including activewear, hoodies, jeans, shorts, and much more. This video will cover brands ranked in the middle of the list. Brands with a sell-through rate between 41 and 70% have been labeled as B tier. Don't forget to check out our women's list ranked A through F to see which brands made it to the top. To help us decide which clothing brands are worth reselling, we calculated the percent sell-through rate for all 400 plus men's brands included in our research. As of May 2023, 2.5 million items sold on eBay in the last 90 days, and there were 8.5 million listings. This gives us a sell-through rate of 30%. The sell-through rate is calculated by dividing the number of solds by the number of current listings. This gives us a snapshot of how many items are selling in a 90-day period. Divide by 3 and you'll find the monthly rate. Other factors that can influence how fast an item will sell are the quality of photos, price point, size, and condition. Please note all the percent sell-through rates presented in this video are based on 90 days. At 41%, we have Habit, Metal Militia, Red Cap, and FUBU. At 42%, we have Proper, Harley Davidson, Lucky Brand, and Joe's Jeans. Lucky Brand is one of those popular names and does have a saturated market with 42,000 listings. Harley Davidson has even more with 76,000 listings. At 42%, we have Vineyard Vines, Levi's, Polo Ralph Lauren, and Under Armour. It's really interesting that all four of these brands have a saturated market. Vineyard Vines has 46,000 listings, Polo Ralph Lauren has 257,000, Levi's has 252,000, and Under Armour has 133,000. What this means is that these brands are selling quickly, but there are a lot of products out there, so it will be a little more challenging if your photos and your prices aren't just right. At 43%, we have Big Mac, Dragonfly, Teddy Fresh, Giant, David Donahue, and The North Face. The North Face is another popular brand with 58,000 listings on eBay. I've actually never heard of Teddy Fresh before, and when I found this brand on eBay, it was just called Teddy, but when I checked the listings, it actually said Teddy Fresh. So this is a real brand, and it's apparently got a bunch of hoodies and t-shirts that they produce. And you'll see in the top right, I have Giant. That's an old t-shirt company. They've made a lot of vintage t-shirts for different movies and pop culture themes. If you check out my vintage t-shirt videos, you'll notice that this brand comes up often. At 44%, we have Crazy Shirts, Ex Officio, and Charles Twitt. At 45%, we have Kappa, Anchor Blue, Harris Tweed, Marmot, and Homage. For Anchor Blue, I believe this is another vintage brand. I couldn't find anything current on it, but you can see here the tag has that oval shape with the blue outline. At 46%, we have Key Imperial, Adriano Goldschmied, Prana, and G-Star. Key Imperial is another vintage brand. Next we have Coogie, Peter Miller, Denim & Supply Ralph Lauren, and Armani Exchange. Peter Miller has 57,000 listings on eBay currently. At 48%, we have Paul Stewart, Supreme, Helly Hansen, and Ren Spooner. At 49%, we have Jordan and Off-White. So Jordan does have a little bit of a saturated market with 18,000 listings. At 50%, we have Marlboro, Amazon, South Pole, and Everlane. So Amazon does make its own clothing. I had no idea it would be this high. I'm kind of surprised, but it's a little unusual. And I'm guessing Marlboro merchandise is discontinued, and so anything that you find for that would probably be vintage and have a higher sell-through rate. Next we have Bulwark and Nike ACG. The sell-through rate is 51%. At 52%, we have Grunt Style, Grateful Dead, Mavi, RLX Ralph Lauren, and Izod Lacoste. Some of these brands are going to look strange, so obviously Grateful Dead is a band, it's not an actual clothing company, but they have so much merchandise because they've been out for so long. A lot of resellers are listing the brand as the band instead of the actual clothing company that made the t-shirt. And Izod Lacoste is a discontinued collaboration between the two companies, so you don't really see this that often unless it's vintage. At 53%, we have RVCA, Metallica, Brockham, Straight Down, Billionaire Boys Club, and Tyndale FRC. So Brockham is another vintage t-shirt line that you'll probably see in my vintage t-shirt videos. Metallica, again, is a rock band, and they're just making a lot of merchandise because they've been around for so long, and people are mislabeling on eBay. With a sell-through rate of 54%, we have Giorgio Armani and James. At 55%, we have Plains, All Saints, and Untuckit. Next, we have Mountain Hardwear, Vizsla, Bonobos, and Buckle, with a sell-through rate of 57%. At 58%, we have Big Star, Harbor Bay, and Versace. Up next is Bills, J. Lindbergh, and Lacoste at 60%. Lacoste does have a bit of a saturated market with 18,000 listings. At 61%, we have A Bathing Ape, Barbour, and Alpha Industries. At 62%, we have Travis Mathew, Dior, and Burberry London. Travis Mathew also has a saturated market with 18,000 listings. Tap Out has a sell-through rate of 63%, and Liberty Overalls and Rag & Bone have a sell-through rate of 64%. Eaton has a sell-through rate of 65%, while Mountain Khakis, APC, Lululemon Athletica, and Masters have a sell-through rate of 66%. Now we have Nike SB and Cinch with a sell-through rate of 67%. 511 Tactical has a sell-through rate of 68%, and Patagonia has a sell-through rate of 69%. Patagonia is another saturated market with 53,000 listings. This high of a sell-through rate, it's actually a good thing. It means that there are a lot of buyers out there, even though there's a lot of listings. And finally, at 70%, we have Johnny O, Loro Piana, Stussy, and Paige. Make sure you check out our women's list and click the notification button so you don't miss the rest of the men's clothing list. We hope you found this information useful. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment letting us know which brands or categories you would like us to research in the future. Thanks for your support!